So I'm not gonna bore them with the stats that they know themselves. I'm pretty sure they're tired of cricket talk. That's what I was told in the room. So we'll just move on to the Q&A session, and I'm gonna pass it back over to Zahir Bhai to continue.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, my dear brothers and sisters. I'm delighted to announce on behalf of Human Appeal and IFT, we are welcoming two of the greatest cricketers of our time. I don't want to make them feel old, but I remember growing up and watching these guys bowl and play and being inspired by how amazing they are, and I'm sure that you guys had very similar feelings growing up.
You are making us feel old.
Sorry?
You are making us feel old.
No. I was 17 at the time, during the 92 World Cup. Memories that will be etched in our lives forever, and one of the proudest moments that we've had as cricket fans as well. So please give a very, very warm welcome to Wasim Akram and Bukhari and these guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. आप लोग आगे आ जाइए. They deserve it. गरीब से हम बेहतर नजर आएंगे.
I'm just urging anybody that if you want to come towards the front, you're more than welcome to. There's plenty of empty seats, so we can just have a nice, more intimate gathering, inshallah. So Wasim Bhai, Bukhari Bhai, thank you so much for attending.
मैं तो उर्दू में बात करूँगा, अंग्रेजी के लिए मैं बात नहीं करूँगा।
ठीक है, आप
उर्दू में बात करनी हो रही है, उधर अंग्रेजी बोल के मेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया है। हाँ जी, sure I can speak English too, you call.
इन्होंने शुरू उर्दू से ही करना है, गाना ही पंजाबी से.
Yes, sorry. Bismillah. So I'm going to ask the questions in English, if that's okay? And you can answer them in any language that you're comfortable in. Okay, first of all, thank you so much for joining us. I know that it's been a very long journey for you. And on behalf of Human Appeal, taking this time out in your busy calendar to support our humanitarian causes means a lot to us. And I really want to thank you.
Congratulations to you, your team here, your team in America, your team in England, UK. आप लोगों को इन्होंने बताया, आप लोगों को पूरा एक्सप्लेन किया कि हम पिछले 20 सालों से ये क्या कुछ नहीं कर रहे, स्पेशली पैलेस्टाइन एंड गाजा, क्या क्या चीज़ें दे रहे हैं, और सीरिया में भी आप लोग बहुत कुछ कर रहे हैं. That's because of you guys. You have a big heart. और मैं वकार के साथ पिछले हफ्ते से हम इकट्ठे हैं. We did 3 years in America. But I must say, when I see overseas Pakistanis, not just living in Canada, living all over the world, I think you guys have so much love for the country. कि आप charities के लिए आपके दिल भी बहुत बड़े हैं. आप charity एक भी हर charity को देते हैं. रमजान में ज़्यादा देते हैं. And Ramzan is coming up soon, inshallah. I think 20th of February or something. Ramzan around that time. So this is the time to give charity and chanda and zakat जो भी हम कहते हैं. So yeah, we are all very proud of you in Pakistan. Overseas Pakistani यहाँ पे रहते हैं. तो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपको.
So we have some questions, and then we may also have some time to open it up to the audience tonight. But one of the questions, first of all, I want to start with yourself, Wasim Bhai. So first of all, I just wanted to ask a question. How did you get into cricket? We heard that you were playing tape ball in the streets of Lahore as a young boy before you being discovered. So what was that like for you?
Look, I've told this story about 7,000 times maybe. But yeah, I was like any other young kid in Pakistan, in Lahore, Karachi, Faisalabad, wherever it may be. I played sport. Cricket was one of them. But eventually I became better at cricket. I've been told when I was 14, 15 years old. But I played every sport. Islam is a very good school. And ये बोला ना सबके बात है जी आ रही है नहीं मैं उन्होंने पीछे दोनों मेरे पीछे नहीं कर सकते clearly. So yeah, I played every sport that I got picked up. ये सारी story बहुत सबको पता है. Suppose young generation को तो नहीं पता होगा, बच्चों को तो पता नहीं होगा. But yeah, thanks to social media, this generation, Gen Alpha, Gen Alpha तो बहुत छोटे Gen Z को हमारा, they know us who we are. So yeah, that struggle, that story started. I was a lucky one that I got picked up for Pakistan team when I was second year of my college. And I was lucky because I wasn't a very good student. My focus was on sports, but not पढ़ाई में नहीं था. बड़ी मार पड़ी. My mom was quite strict. चिपड़े मारती थी. यहाँ तो नहीं मार सकते ना बच्चों को. नहीं.
We can ask around the young children.
दो मिनट में पुलिस आते ही. जब मेरा बेटा now he's 28, now when he was about 14, 15. In Karachi, only in Lahore, so I shouted at him. He said, I'm going to call 911. I said, better call 911. Itni mercy 911 Karachi Lahore mein call kar kisse ne nahi aata. So yeah, I was lucky. My mentor Javed Mirdad in the beginning. Then of course I met the great man afterwards, Imran Khan. Mudassar Nazar in लोगों ने बड़ा सिखाया, शुरू में in the beginning, how to go about a consistent work hard and never be satisfied with your performance. This is the actual story of life, not just in cricket.
Thank you very much. And Gurran, your story is also very incredible as well. We spent some time together today.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
You reminded me about how you started cricket at a very late age. And again, a sportsman, but not any real interest in cricket at the time. But then just wanted you to relay that story to the audience here today.
Assalamualaikum everyone. हम बात से तो पहले सलाम नहीं किए मैंने. Assalamualaikum. Good to be here. किसी भाई ने मुझे अच्छा बताया कि जिस काम के लिए हम आए हैं, I think that is the number one priority. Of course, we will talk cricket, we will share stories with you guys. But that is very important what we have come for, and hopefully you will all open up your hearts, open up your pockets, and inshallah this all will go in your credit, no one else's credit, go in your credit. And yeah, I spent this afternoon with Zahir, and we chatted, and he probably asked me this question before getting here. So, like not late, I wouldn't say late because I was very young. Late in a sense that when somebody start playing cricket or youngsters start playing cricket, वो बिल्कुल maybe 10 साल का होता है या 8 साल का होता है या 12 साल का होता है. इस एज में आप उसको खेल पिक करता है क्रिकेट. मैंने probably more toward 15, 16 years of age जब मैंने ये क्रिकेट को सोचा कि हाँ मैं क्रिकेट खेल सकता हूँ. I've been all over the place. I grew up in Dubai also. I grew up in a little bit of Pakistan and then Abu Dhabi and then Sadiq Public School in Bahawalpur. So I've been a boarder most of my life. Spent a lot of time with guys. And I was a natural athlete. You can tell probably from my bowling action, run up and all that, you can tell that. I was a natural athlete. And I loved athletics more than cricket when I played in a younger age. I played other sports also, लेकिन वो कहते हैं ना कि एक जब आपको समझ आ जाती है या पिक हो जाती है स्पोर्ट्स, तो that was more in year 8, 9 when I got to 15 years of age, and then thought okay. And that came accidents से आया. I was a good javelin thrower and a good sprinter. And ऐसे ही kids were playing, there were nets in the school also, the proper team होती थी. And I never went that way. So ऐसे खेल रहे थे लोग लड़के तो ना just went and started bowling a little leg spin and हमारे एक टीचर होते थे कभी साहब उन्होंने कहा कि just keep going. पर मैंने कहा अच्छा छोड़े मैं spin नहीं करता give me the new ball I want to bowl fast. And I just took a few paces and I bowled and he said okay keep doing. So I bowled for 10-15 minutes and then he said just leave other sports. Just stick to cricket, stick to fast bowling. He saw the talent and he realized I can make it, you know. And I honestly, even then, मुझे नहीं था ये मुझे cricketer ही बनना है. Cricketer तो मुझे professional बनने में तो बिल्कुल जब मैं पाकिस्तान टीम के बिल्कुल करीब आ गया था, then I realized कि मुझे professional ही बनना है. उससे पहले तो it was a love of the game. I loved the game. I loved fast bowling, and I played it for that reason. And first 10 years of my career also, cricketing career, international career, it was all love. Money came very late in our lives, both of us, I guess. So it was a great, being a cricketer and playing with such a great cricketers also. Played with Imran Bhai also, Javed Miandad, and I played with Salim Maliks and that generation also. And I watched them play also when I was little, not Salim Bhai because he's younger than me. But Imran Bhai, Javed Miandad, and Khapal, all of them, I've watched them in Sharjah playing, cricket and took photos with them as a fan, as like a little kid here. And then, a few years later, I was playing with them. So that was something very special, and never thought of that. And it happened so quickly. I lost my finger also in that time also, and after losing my finger, it happened within a year after that. I played for Pakistan. I played first class cricket a little bit. उसी महीने तो मैंने देखा वो भी खेली थी. You played your first class match on tour.
Rawalpindi.
Oh, you did play on tour.
3-day game.
Okay.
That was the first class match.
Yeah, I played I think 4 or 5 first class games, and they all liked it, and they just put me in the camp. And that's where the great Imran Khan saw me and picked me, and just अभी भी मुझे वो याद है for that camp for a week or so, 10 days maybe, just to be in that camp and be around these guys. Because Salim Bhai was well established there, Javed Bhai was there, Imran Khan was not coming to the ground, and I was dying to see him. To when is he going to come to the ground? He was sick, and then in between that there was a match between Delhi 11 and UPL, which I played, and he saw me on Delhi. And the very next morning he came to the ground. Story for Lambi. He came to the ground, and that's where the first time I saw him in that Gaddafi Stadium, and his first dialogue with me was that you were going to Sharjah. And after that, I never looked back. Thanks to him.
It's so inspiring to hear about the golden age of Pakistan cricket, and it must have been amazing for both of you to be young bowlers around that time and being around real established stars, like you mentioned, Javed Miandad and Imran Khan, etc. We're going to talk about that later on. I wanted to talk back about your debut, 1984, I believe, 18 years old.
Yeah.
What was it like to put on, the proudest moment must be to put on the shirt of your national team?
Yeah, 17, just turned 18, I think, in June. And that 85, I think, or 84, I don't remember. But yeah, playing for Pakistan. I mean, I had posters of Miandad, Zahir Abbas, Imran Khan, all of these guys in my room. I mean, I never had a room, but wherever the door I would find in the house. And suddenly I was sitting with them in the same dressing room. I couldn't believe myself the first 2 weeks that I'm actually sitting with them, playing cricket with the greats of the game. So yeah,
Was that extra pressure?
Not really. I think I was too young to understand what pressure was all about. I was just excited and to be there every morning. I was there before everyone during the camp, and it was a big deal for us, for any young Pakistanis. Still, when they come to Pakistan cricket, for instance, now when they see Babar Azam or Shaheen Shafii, they probably feel the same way like we felt when we saw Imran and Javed Miandad, these giants of this great game.
And Waqar, by yourself, it was a bit later, 1989, you made your debut. Your debut was also the same match where Sachin Tendulkar made his debut.
That was a
as well.
test match.
Test match, yeah. During that time, you took 4 wickets,
Yeah.
and you also took the wicket of the great Sachin Tendulkar at the time and Kapil Dev as well.
Yeah.
What do you remember from that day?
I think जहाँ पे मैंने अपनी स्टोरी खत्म की थी ना वहीं से आगे चलते हैं। So I made my debut and I went on tour. My first tour was Sharjah Cup, and then from there we went to Nehru Cup. Nehru Cup से दोनों हम लोगों ने जीते, both Sharjah Cup and Nehru Cup. Nehru Cup was huge. We won both of them, and then we came back, and then I made a test debut. But my one day debut is a story I'll share it with you. Pressure के भी उसी मैंने बात की ना कि you don't feel pressure, and you don't, but your body feels it. You don't even realize that your body can get into shock because you sometimes overcook things, and that's what happened with me. I played a first game against the great West Indies, and it was 42 degrees heat, and I didn't realize because I was so excited and so happy that I'm playing for Pakistan. Wearing green jersey was a big deal for me. So I don't know if you remember, far and I was bowling. I don't know if you remember it or not, but far and I was bowling from in Sharjah, the dressing room this side, the other side. So I bowled I tried to impress everyone, which was a wrong thing. I just forgot the process and I thought, okay, I'm going to impress everyone. It's the first game, so they come to see us. So I ran hard, really hard, without realizing that it's hot. It's boiling hot. Doesn't matter how much water or drink you take, it just hits your body. And after four overs, suddenly I don't know, Singhbhai or someone bowling from the far and they said, oh, stop the game. What happened? I was flat on the ground. I was literally flat on the ground because my body was exhausted, went into a shock, and I was, the cramps, I was getting cramps in probably every part of my body, and they had to actually carry me on the stretcher to take me off the ground, and then put me in the ice and gave me the overnight drip, and I missed the next game, and then I played again. But in between that period, that's when Imran Bhai came up to me and said, what the hell were you doing? And I said, don't know. And he goes, you got to just calm down. Just got to, these are the small things which he has taught and he's always remembered.
इमरान भाई ने ऐसे तो नहीं कहा होगा
थोड़ा harsh नहीं कहा होगा। You don't think क्या करेगा? But it literally, I still remember the shock I went through. But of course, I learned and I used to drink salt water. I used to drink salt water. There was no hydration drinks or any of that. So it was either water, put some salt in it, just drink. You might have a loose stomach at the end of the game, but that's fine. And that happened with me many times. But yeah, that's what my debut was. I didn't take any wicket. I got smashed, and then I rested next game after. That was again against West Indies. That's when I played against them with one or two games. But my debut, you talked about the test debut, which I came back and played in Karachi. Yes, I took 4 wickets. I think Sachin is his first game. We were young, but Sachin was like a baby. It was like a kid there, literally. He walked onto the field. He walked on the field and we thought they're joking.
16, but he looked about 14.
He looked 13.
13, 14.
100%.
Great man.
Yeah, and he walked onto the field. He's still got a baby face. Baby face, it's just baby wearing his pad. And if you go on YouTube, you'll see that. And we all thought that the jockey was something. But he came in and he played a couple of shots and he showed his class. We knew that he's something special very early in the game. But got him out, cleaned him up, and then got a couple of movements in that game.
Very nonchalant, yeah, not comfortable wickets. That was amazing. To take the wickets of Sachin Tendulkar and Kapil Dev on your debut, wow, amazing.
More fun was Sidhu's wicket when I took the later in the career.
We slightly touched on it, and of course, any talk about Pakistan cricket is never fulfilled unless we speak about the great Imran Khan. And you shared a very special relationship because I know that you were mentored by him, very much so. I'm sure he mentored so many. But what are the valuable lessons that he taught you about bowling that you took throughout your whole career?
लोग जो वैल्यूबल लेसन है मैं यहाँ कह नहीं सकते हैं, लेडीज और बच्चे बैठे हैं
और मस्जिद भी है।
मस्जिद भी है, जो एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स इमरान भाई के होते थे। I mean, he meant well, but obviously Imran is a person, once he believes in something, that he's on the right path, he's on the right track, nobody can make his change his mind. Nobody. And हमारे साथ भी ऐसे थे, उनको बिलीव था कि मैं हो गया, वकार हो गया, बिंसी हो गया, हम पाकिस्तान के मैच में थे, हम आगे जाके पाकिस्तान को मैचेस रहेंगे, जहाँ हम थोड़ा सा लेजीनेस करते थे, कभी एक आधी ट्रेनिंग मिस कर दी, and कोई बच नहीं सकते, he knew everything what was happening, he was always aware, and I'm glad we had a mentor like him when we were young. Otherwise हम भी शायद दो मैच, दो साल तीन साल खेलते। So hunger should stay. Like I said, never be satisfied with your performance. What you do, enjoy that particular day, that success of businessman है या फिर जो भी है, फिर अगले दिन move on because वो जो किया था वो हिस्ट्री हो गई। I think मैंने आज क्या करना है, future plan अपने और मैंने what I'm going to do today. So these little things we learn from these late people from the beginning of a career, and that's very important in any profession to have a good mentor early on in life.
Very much so, and I think it's a valuable lesson, especially for the youngsters that are here today, to inspire to be or aspire to be better than the previous generation and keep on working as well. I think it's a very valuable lesson that all of us can take on as well.
वसीम भाई, we are very lucky that we study in a mosque. वसीम भाई जो बताते हैं ना चीजें, वो आप कल आइएगा, होटल में होंगे ना तो भी a different story altogether. But yeah, वसीम
मस्जिद भी आया नहीं, यहाँ भी मजाक हो सकता है।
नहीं, वो वाला नहीं हो सकता जो आप कहते हैं।
क्या he cannot सीरियस तो नहीं रह सकते ना 24/7 अल्लाह के घर में, यहाँ भी बंदा रिलैक्स कर सकता है।
But I think another thing, वसीम भाई, इमरान भाई की एक और भी चीज थी कि वो ही never failure
गाली कभी
नहीं निकाली, कभी भी ना वो फेलियर को ये नहीं होता था कि फेलियर को एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते थे। He was great in, it's fine, failure is part of life. He always said that, and he always used to say it when we were young. As long as you just give your best out there, simple as that. और उसमें बहुत सारे क्रिकेटर्स होते थे जो बेस्ट नहीं देते, हाथ खींच लेते थे, और जब हाथ खींचते थे तो वो कुछ और खींच लेते थे, फिर वो पूरा क्लच खींचते थे। So I think that is his biggest quality. What I've felt is that you keep trying, you keep working hard, you keep pushing your limits. I think success will be yours, and I'm sure he's still thinking somewhere. He's still thinking the same.
I want to take us back to Pakistan's greatest triumph, 1992 World Cup, and I remember watching this and watching two amazing deliveries that you bowled at the time, and you dismissed Alan Lam, and then Chris Lewis, you were on track to take a hat-trick. What was going through your mind at that time?
Look, that was a career-changing or historic moment, not just for me, for Pakistanis. Junior World Cup, they came, छोटे थे या बड़े थे. The whole nation had this confidence when we got back that we can compete not just in cricket, in any field against anyone in the world. So that sort of confidence the whole country got. And I remember before the final, अगर आपको याद हो जो मेरी उम्र के लोग बैठे होंगे, दो चार हैं, छोटे होंगे मेरे से।
नहीं, आप जितने ही हैं।
Yeah, my age. 92 World Cup में ना तब हमें सिर्फ किट्स मिलती थी from the ICC और जो भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ट्रेनिंग किट आपने खुद खरीदनी होती थी। इनको तो मिल जाती है ना, इनको तो बैग मिलते हैं अब तो आजकल के दौर में स्पोर्ट्स से इन्वॉल्व। सो मैं टी शर्ट लेके आया, मुझे थोड़ी सी क्रेजी आती थी तब, जस्ट डू इट, 9 की थी, मैं जस्ट डू इट की समझ नहीं, मैं खरीद लिया। और रात में एक चीजें भी ले आए, जैसे फेमस नहीं है कॉर्नर टाइगर्स एक स्पीच उन्होंने दी, तो आई थिंक 12 बजे हमने ग्राउंड होटल वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस था, मेलबर्न की ग्राउंड वॉक करके, मतलब हमने 12:30 ग्राउंड में होना था, 2:30 मैच स्टार्ट था, तो हम 10 मिनट पहले आगे अपना अपना वॉक करके जा रहे थे, सारे लड़के, क्राउड भी साथ जा रहा था। उसमें सिक्योरिटी वाज फाइन। अब आजकल तो लड़के नजर नहीं आते सिक्योरिटी की वजह से। तो इमरान भाई ने ग्राउंड में से करा ना, तकरीर की, टी शर्ट में आपकी पहली टीम का उसमें बना हुआ एंड सेइंग के लड़कों को बुला के पूरी टीम के कि फाइट लाइक अ कॉर्नर टाइगर्स, वो क्रेजी में क्या है ना चले गए। बात धरती टीम मेरे को लगी है फाइट की क्या है। मैंने यार जाके लेने कॉर्नर टाइगर, कहता कॉर्नर टाइगर क्यों है, मैं क्या चिंता जो टैग करे तो की करता है, कहता फाइट पता नहीं। फिर उनको मुझे आधा घंटा एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ा कि इसका मतलब है कि चीते को अगर आप एक कॉर्नर पे दोगे तो वो अटैक करेगा, तुम लोगों ने अटैक करना है। तो मैंने बाद में कहा कि इसके तो उर्दू ही दस के आना से सारे। So yeah, it was a historic moment. Everything was at the right place. तो रमजान का महीना भी था, वो भी हमें पता था। And like I said, it was meant to be. I mean, everybody worked hard. We did. वो हारे, हम उससे जीते तो qualify करेंगे। And like I said, it was meant to be. I mean, it was 35 years ago, probably over 35 years ago. Generation, वो generation, उसके बाद की generation, they still remember it.
I think Zahir, we always talk about the wickets you talk, this asked, right? They were, I think it's Lamb wicket, wasn't it? Lamb and Lewis. Look, wicket. I think they were very important. I mean, there is no better all-rounder than Sibai. I have seen a tender bowler and a batter. But I tell you that, अभी बाहर की बात कर रहे थे कि those wickets were very crucial, but nobody talked about the Seabai's 35 or 34 that he scored. I don't know if you remember that. Those were more crucial. We would have never gotten to 240 odd runs, whatever we got. अगर वो नीचे से आके जो उन्होंने 17 गेंदों पे 35 किया था ना, I thought that was ahead of his time. जिस तरीके से खेले थे, because we were slow, we batted really slow. We wanted to drag the game till the end, but that batting with Inzamam al-Haq, that two partnership, I thought that was very special. Bowling तो खैर उन्होंने करनी ही थी, that's his job, he does that all the time, always did it. But I thought कि जो batting थी ना, that was very crucial. When I was not there, I was sitting in Lahore watching it on Delhi, and when he was batting, I had the goosebumps, and I thought, okay, this what is in Zaman and Sibai is doing, this is why we're going to win. You watch. I had some friends sitting, but yeah, that's what happened, and that was very special.
Thank you, Dad. I don't know, kids, I'm sleeping.
I'm glad for that timely reminder, by the way, Mukhtar, because I believe that particular innings and what you did in your career, for me, this is why it cements your place as the greatest all-rounder of all time. And I'm sure that I'm one of millions of people, and people here as well, that consider you as being the greatest all-rounder of all time.
There were a couple of great innings he has played. There, of course, there's that one, and then he scored 257 against Zimbabwe in Sheikhupura, and I came to bat and I didn't help him go. I got bored first ball, but his inning was top there.
I want to talk about some setbacks, because as people, as Muslims, we always have to deal with setbacks in life. And some of these setbacks are very difficult. And I know that one of the biggest setbacks for yourself, Mukarbai, was obviously injury, meaning that you missed the 92 World Cup. You mentioned that you were still watching as a fan at the time and cheering on your teammates. But how did you overcome that setback? Because no doubt this is the greatest achievement in Pakistan cricket, and you were the fastest bowler at the time. How did it feel, and how did you overcome that?
Look, I had big regrets then when I got injured and couldn't stay on tour. I was on tour in Australia and broke my back, and then I had to travel back, leaving the team there. It was very, very heartbreaking. And I went back, and my back went worse, and I couldn't really move at all. And watching them play, I thought it was just because I was at my peak at the time, bowling wise. I was at my top. But yeah, this is part of life, I feel. And after that, once we won, the regrets were all gone. I was so happy, and I was so blessed that I'm part of these guys who won the World Cup for us. And went to receive them, really had a great time. They respected me a lot and took me up and put me on the truck, and it was a great feeling. And no regrets. I mean, I broke my back twice in my career. I broke my elbow, my ankle. These things, if you gonna sort of achieve a big goal, then you are gonna get hurdles. And I had fair share of hurdles. So Seaman had his groin taken out. So these things do happen. To accept that and keep fighting. Sometimes at one stage, doctors told me, stop it. I mean, you can't play anymore because the sciatica going through the leg. You might get crippled. But it didn't stop me. I mean, it took me 4 months maybe.
ड्रॉबैक्स तो आते हैं, ह्यूमन लाइफ में भी आते हैं, क्रिकेटर हैं, हम भी इंसान तो है ना अंदर के। And what I've learned at the tender age of 60, almost 60 years of age, that life's gonna go on. You people make mistakes, you learn from mistakes, you move on. And tragedy भी आती है उसमें, tragedy आएगी, सबको आती है, everybody's gonna die, everybody's gonna go. Make sure you celebrate his or her life afterwards as well, and then move on. And it's easier said than done. ठीक, एक चीज तो ठीक है, I've learned with my own experiences. Time is actually a biggest healer. Time के साथ लोगों की यादें आपकी कम हो जाती हैं with time, but वो pain नहीं जाती ना जब आपका loved one lose some loved one. So yeah, this is what is. This is what life is all about.
I think the courage from both of you, your determination is really inspiring because, of course, everybody goes through trauma, but our trauma is not on the main stage. It's not highlighted by the entire world. You guys have lived your life pretty much from the age in media. So any trauma that you see, any setbacks,
Cricketing trauma, sports, ups and downs, it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not end of the world. I had confidence in me, he had confidence in his ability. We knew he'll get a bad series, we'll make a comeback. But जब personal loss होते हैं ना, उससे वापस कैसे आना है? There's people like, जैसे diabetes है, अब पाकिस्तान में 33% हो गए, number 1 in the world है. Number 1 in the world. 33%. And that's alarming. I think it's pandemic. It's a tragedy. And type 2 is lifestyle. पहले 40 plus होता था, अब वो 25 plus हो रहा है. Because of the lifestyle, because of the social media, because of the iPads. When we were kids, we had to go out and play. Doesn't matter what. We had to go out, run around, play. Boys will be, but now, boys will be sitting on their iPad, PS5, whatever. And it's not their fault either. वो पहले ही इस generation में हुआ, उसका कसूर भी नहीं है. तो थोड़ा बहुत बच्चों में प्रेशर भी नहीं डाल सकते उनको कि बच्चों का एक पैशन होता है, उनको you have to follow that passion. You have to understand that kids will make mistakes. We made mistakes. You can't be on your kid 24/7. Let them go, let them, make mistakes and they will learn from it. You're there to guide them, give them the right tools. उसको सही गलत बताओ, बाकी उनका अपना है, वो सीखेंगे, करेंगे. Sometimes we can just get too much involved.
I think myself and Mugarba, I had the same conversation today about, bringing our children up in the West and the challenges that we have, and exactly as you said, Wasim, by that, our role is just to keep on guiding them, and it's up to them. And we make mistakes, and inshallah we have to have faith that we keep guiding them and we keep shepherding them, and they will come back.
Just try, make mistake, own it. Say कि गलती होगी, माफी कर दे, move on and learn from it. Instead of छुपाई जाएंगे, वो भी छुपाई जाएगा, आप भी छुपाई जाएंगे, वो हमारा कल्चर, not Pakistan subcontinent कल्चर है मिट्टी का होते हैं, रहने पता नहीं लगता है. So वो चीजों से हमें थोड़ा निकलना पड़ेगा, इस जनरेशन को सिखाना पड़ेगा. I believe living abroad does help a bit.
You mentioned diabetes. You were diagnosed with diabetes at a very young age.
I was 29.
You continue to play cricket. How did you balance the two? It must have been a big lifestyle change.
Stuff early on, technology and science has improved a lot since '97. But in the beginning, I didn't know what it was. It was very tough. It took me 2-3 years to get to know my late wife. Mama helped me a lot. read about the disease a lot, and it's ain't going anywhere. Once you're diabetic, if you're type 2 early stages, it can reverse. But once your pancreas stop producing insulin, then you have to look after yourself. I said, I have to fight it out. Nobody else is going to fight it for me. I can give excuses like we do mostly. कि मैं diabetic हूँ, थक जाता हूँ, तो I don't get tired still. I do exercise every day. I do walks. इस ठंड में तो मैं नहीं walk कर सकता. मैं सुबह कॉफी लेने गया, मैं डेट्रॉइट था अपने बेटे को मिलने गया, मैं सुबह कॉफी लेने गया हूँ, पूरा थर्मल से पहने हुए नीचे. सब कुछ पहन के गया हूँ, मैं नाक मेरा दर्द होता है. 5 मिनट की वॉक पे मैं भी पढ़ा था ज़्यादा इसलिए. I don't know. It felt like किसी ने यहाँ थोड़ी मार दी है. I had to run badly. बाद में पता लगा कि frostbite भी हो सकती है. ये पता आप लोगों की भाई. बर्फ 2 दिन के लिए अच्छी लगती है.
Staying on the topic of health, I think it is important that we as South Asians, we address the issues, like you said, that Pakistan is now #1 when it comes to diabetes, and it's something that we need to raise awareness of.
Look, I made this video a few years ago. Make once in a while into videos में बनाता हूँ. उसमें मैंने सबको प्यार भी कहा, हैप्पी न्यू ईयर भी कहा, लेकिन नया साल भी सबका अच्छा गुजरे. और मैंने एंड में ये कहा कि रोटी ढंगरा तरह ना खाया करो. So कभी आपने सुना है कि कम खाना से मर गए? नहीं सुना ना कि छठी रोटी खा के सुनता तो बात नहीं बोली. So please tell anybody can tell me, have you ever heard that he ate less and he died? No. You always said the opposite. खाना कम खाओगे तो जिंदगी बड़ी अच्छी रहेगी. इसको भी ट्रेन करना है माइंड को ट्रेन करना है कि कितना खाना खाना है. आप अपनी फेस देख लें, अपनी 5 साल पहले वाली पैंट नहीं आएगी तो आपको पता लग जाएगा. पैंट के सुराग से पता लग जाएगा. आप जितने मर्जी नीले कपड़े पहन लिए विंटर्स में, मुंह नहीं छुप सकता. नहीं रहना है.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to people, sorry, the whole world, a healthy life is, health is wealth. ऐसा आपको सब फिर भी कह रहा है. मेरी लेट वाइफ को 15-16 साल हो गए, उसकी अभी भी चीजें पड़ी नहीं, गोल्ड जो है, उसके बच्चों को इंटरव्यू को दूंगा. So everything will stay back here. So health is the big thing. We sometimes as humans, we overthink stuff. We overthink stuff. मैंने अपने जिंदगी को बड़ा less complicated किया. I don't think. फ्लाइट मिस हो गया तो हो जाए यार, कोई नहीं होता. क्या कर सकता हूँ मैं? अगली ले लें. कल चले जाएंगे.
शुक्रिया जल्दी मिस कर दी.
आज भी फ्लाइट मिस करता नहीं, मैं 2 घंटे पहले पहुँच जाता. And I'm also very punctual.
Very punctual.
I don't know why, very rare in subcontinent. I'm very punctual. I think it's the Western culture.
There was somebody that told me that why Pakistanis and people from the subcontinent are always late, because yesterday and today.
It's fun.
No, it's the same.
It's fun.
What is the word for yesterday? Punjabi word for yesterday.
Kal.
And today, aaj ka.
आज का आज.
And tomorrow.
Kal.
So tomorrow and yesterday is kal. So that's why we have no concept of timing. And this is why we're always late. But I want to move on to legacy and faith because it's so important for cricketers and Muslims as well. You've taken part in so much philanthropy work as well, working with so many different charities. I know you take so much happiness and pride in that. What fulfillment does that give you?
So what
fulfillment does it give you?
My personal, I have no fulfillment. I just want to be around my kids, my family. I just want to spread love. Maybe sometime मैं घोड़ा बाबा बन जाता हूँ, because 60 साल के उम्र में बाबा कड़वा हो सकता है. But otherwise life is easy, simple. I don't take stress. I give stress, but I don't take stress. And yeah, बीवी को भी जो करती है हाँ कर देता हूँ. Yeah, and it works. और मेरी बीवी और मेरी माँ की बेस्ट रिलेशनशिप है. मेरी माँ को पता है, इंग्लिश नहीं आती थी तो पंजाबी नहीं आती. बस वो एक दूसरे को लव यू कहती है. मेरी माइंड में एक बार कहती जरूर है, बड़ी चलाक है तो अंग्रेजी आती है. मैं क्या गोरियों को अंग्रेजी आएगी ना तो उर्दू जुबान आएगी. So yeah, life is very easy, very comfortable. Allah has been kind. I also learned good thing happens to good people. बात का तो पता है नहीं है बट इस दुनिया में मिल जाता है. अच्छे लोगों को अच्छी चीजें इसी दुनिया में मिलती हैं. So be nice to people, be happy around you, be positive. Yeah, we will make a big difference. So we can ask some question.
We will go to the crowd now. We will go. I've got one more question. There's something else. Something else. We will go to the crowd. We're going to go to, let me just see. Okay. Can I get somebody to roll with the mic first of all? And it's just one question at a time. Thank you.
We can hear that from there.
Yes. Yeah, I think yes.
आप पूछ आप करोगे. नाम बताइए.
मेरा नाम फुरखान है.
जी जी.
मैं इंडिया में रहता हूँ.
Okay.
And like I have been a great admirer of you two both, especially. आप लोग अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह 1800 to 2000 विकेट शेयर करते हैं, which is quite an achievement. एक विकेट लेना ही impossible है. So just a round of applause for you guys for this.
Thank you. Thank you.
जैसे मैं आपसे दो क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा. मैं सहारा कब मिस करता हूँ मैं. आप टोरंटो आते हैं, सहारा कब नहीं खेलते.
नहीं वो इंडिया नहीं खेलता यार.
हाँ, and I know like that was one of the best moments.
हम भी लाने तैयार हैं.
और एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन ये है, आपने अभी प्रेडिक्ट किया 2026 T20 वर्ल्ड कप के 4 फाइनलिस्ट या सेमीफाइनलिस्ट जो आपने बोले हैं, इंडिया, न्यूजीलैंड, साउथ अफ्रीका और ऑस्ट्रेलिया. आपने इंग्लैंड और पाकिस्तान को छोड़ दिया, क्यों?
मैं आपको सबको आप माशाल्लाह पढ़े लिखे हैं, बाहर रह रहे हैं. एक चीज होती है फेक न्यूज. मैंने डबल ट्रिपल चेक कर लिया प्लीज. अभी मेरा एक और बयान चल रहा था कि मैंने किसी की बात नहीं की. Having this, I want Pakistan to be there.
Yes.
India is good. India will be there, no doubt about it. South Africa is looking good. Australia, all these top team में 4 में आने हैं. Yeah. तो आ जाएगी, but मैंने कहा नहीं.
अच्छा ठीक है.
Yeah.
थैंक यू.
जी.
मेरा नाम ज़ियाउद्दीन है. मैं इंडिया से हैदराबाद से हूँ. तो मैं बहुत बड़ा फैन हूँ आपसे, स्कूल डेज से बाहर बैठना. 2 क्वेश्चन है मेरे. आपका योग की स्पेशलिटी बताइए हमको, और बाहर में आपकी स्विंग बॉल का स्पेशलिटी बताइए. तो स्विंग बॉल डालते थे आप. बहुत सारे लोग पता नहीं था, जो स्विंग अंदर डाल होता था आपका बॉल माशाल्लाह से विकेट निकल जाती थी. और वसीम भाई का जो योगा रहता था सीधा विकेट निकल.
प्रैक्टिस से आता है योग करने का नहीं आता. प्रैक्टिस करके नेट्स में फिर जाके एक्यूरेट हुआ था. ये टॉप लेवल के जितने बॉलर्स हैं प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, और वो आपको बता कि स्विंग का भी.
अब ये पूछ रहे हैं कि स्विंग कैसे करते थे.
जी आपका जो
वो थोड़ा इधर elaborate करना थोड़ा मुश्किल है.
तो आपने स्पेशलिटी जो उसके में देखा.
वो आई गेस हर एक बंदे का होता है ना कि किसी का सर्टेन एक्शंस आपको सूट करते हैं स्विंग बॉलिंग को. सो आई थॉट, जब मैं अब देखता हूँ, पहले तो नहीं, मुझे भी नहीं पता था, लेकिन जब मैं रिटायर होने के बाद अपना थोड़ा एनालिसिस की तो रियलाइज किया कि मेरा जो एक्शन था ना, वो probably helped me to swing it more than others. So I thought that was my success, and I enjoyed it.
And second one was that, could you have a free switch was towards for team India?
4 क्वेश्चन हो गए. One question please everyone to please.
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम वसीम भाई.
क्या अच्छा है इंडिया की टीम के लिए बता सकते हैं आप लोग?
जी वसीम भाई,
इंडिया की टीम क्या अच्छा है प्रेजेंटली आप सचिन तेंदुलकर को देखे.
इंडिया की टीम अच्छी है. क्लास स्पेशलिटी है. आपकी बैटिंग भी अच्छी है, आपकी बॉलिंग भी अच्छी है, आपकी फील्डिंग भी अच्छी है, सब कुछ अच्छा है. ऐसा तो ठीक है.
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम वसीम भाई, वकार भाई. मेरा आपसे मार्केटिंग क्वेश्चन है. वसीम भाई, आप मुझे आप जेमिनी हैं और वकार में साहब आप स्कॉर्पियो हैं. तो स्कॉर्पियो और जेमिनी की तो गेट अलॉन्ग नहीं होती है. इस पर आप शेयर
क्या होता है.
आप जेमिनी हैं, वकार में साहब स्कॉर्पियो हैं. Scorpio and Gemini, they don't get along.
Don't get along.
No.
जैसे गाते ठीक है.
लगता है, आपको लगता है.
अच्छा, दूसरा ये कि आपने 257 स्कोर किया, क्योंकि सचिन तेंदुलकर का भी हाईएस्ट 238 है. दिस वेरी कमेंडेबल. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, brother. Protocol. So let's have some discussion. Jazakallah. Will you get a chance? Everybody will get a chance for pictures or standing questions. Okay. Jazakallah. Wasim bhai or Waqar bhai?
Assalamualaikum. My name is Javed Khan. I'm part of this information department. I have a question on the sports for the kids, because sports for the kids, what is your